Good morning, all my students of UG classes. Yesterday, I taught all of you the poem of William Blake. I think you have understood whatever we learned yesterday. I also explained the poem stanza wise. Now, I am going to start a new chapter. Voice of the Unwanted Girl by Sujata Bhatt. This is a short poem of Sujata Bhatt. This is a very lovely poem. This poem has been written by Sujata Bhatt. Sujata Bhatt was born on 6 May 1956 in Allahabad. You know, she has been called one of the finest poets live today. today. Voice of the Unwanted Girl, as the title states, is the articulation of a victim girl child who questions the inhumanity and horror of female infanticide. The poem has been taken from Sujata Bhatt's anthology My Mother's Way of Wearing a Sari, written with rare sensitivity and social concern, critique patriarchy and demand for a world in which gender discrimination are erased. In this poem, Sujata Bhatt has raised her voice against the gender bias. In our society, girls are treated as inferior to boys. She says that the birth of a girl is considered a misfortune. The technique that helps to determine the sex of the unborn child is against the child. If the expected baby is a girl, it is aborted. That is why the difference between the number of boys and girls is winding day by day. Before moving to the test, I would like to tell you all the summary, introduction, and analysis. The speaker of this poem is an unborn female fetus who was killed in the womb. The poem is written in the form of an address to the mother by the female fetus. It deals with the social problem of female feticide, the practice of sex determination and sex selective abortion is illegal and unethical. Yet, it has remained a widespread social evil. The poet presents the pain of the female fetus when she learns that she is not wanted by her parents. The speaker is more hurt by the realization that her mother, being a woman herself, decides against having a female child. The poet is pungent attack on the patriarchal social structure. The poem begins with an address to the mother who has aborted her female fetus. The speaker says that she is the one who was killed when the parents learned that she was to be a girl. Once her gender became known, it was decided that the pregnancy was to be terminated. She tells about the different sounds she had heard before she was killed. It is well known that babies can perceive external sound from inside the womb. The speaker hears the sound, the train, the wind, and the traffic of the city of Mumbai. The speaker is said that she could not live to experience those sounds. She is also trying to say that even though they live in one of the most developed cities of Mumbai, yet they practice gender discrimination. The poet points out at the irony of the concept of development and modernization. She says that modernization has not been able to eliminate the old malpractices of the society. The poet further describes her situations when she is taken out from the mother's womb and lies dead in the autopsy room. She says that she remains unclaimed. She does not belong to anyone, becomes an object of investigation in the laboratory. She loses her identity, her sense of being human, as an object of research and investigations. She has no voice. She is one of some use now that she can't express herself. She describes her undeveloped state and compares herself to a sliced pomegranate. She says that she is a fruit that has not been touched and tasted. By saying so, she points out at her situation. She was unloved and uncared for. No one thought of her life and her feelings, and she was brutally killed because she was a girl. She is deeply saddened by her mother's consent to the termination of her pregnancy. The her fetus also describes the expression on the face of her family after they learn of her being aborted. Their sense of relief adds to her agony and highlights their cold blooded conformity to patriarchal social order. Here, the poet comments on the inhuman nature of the society. The killed fetus tells the mother that how she would not longer come in her dreams, as she no longer lived in her womb. She challenges the mother to look for her bro that she does not exist. She interrogates the mother's conscience and asks her to face her cold-blooded self. She blames the mother for her murder. She says that now she would no longer be a part of anyone's song, anyone's life, and anyone's memories. She would not be born and grown up like other because she has been dis- deprived of life by her own mother. She accuses her mother of sending her to the land of the dead, a land of no return, a land that can be described. She wants her mother to face the consequences of her act. She knows that it was not by God's will that she lost her life, but by the will of callous and merciless humans. The fetus has now become a preserved specimen in a laboratory. Yet she wishes that mother look at her and face the consequences for her brutality. The unborn girl seeks justice for herself and everyone of her kind. Yes, after summary analysis of the poem, now I am going to explain the poem. Listen carefully. Mother, I am the one you sent away when the doctor told you I would be a girl. In the end, they had to give me an injection to kill me. Before I die, I heard the traffic rushing outside, the monsoon shells, the wind circling through your beloved Mumbai. I could have clutched the new blue. In this paragraph, in the stanza, the poetess says that as the child describes, says, I would like to tell you that, as you know, these lines open at the note of complaint of the victim girl child to her mother. She complains that, Mother, I am the one you got killed when the doctor told you that I am your second girl child. In this line, the baby also complains. She says to her mother, she says that about her mother's beloved Mumbai. The victim girl child said that before that she heard the traffic rushing outside, the mountain slush, and the wind circling through her mother's villa Mumbai. She further says she could have clutched the new neon blue, but no one wanted. In this way, we can say that this is the complaint of the child against her mother. Thank you. Thank you very much.